Okay, very good. We're joined now by Clinton campaign manager Robbie Mook. Also at the table, the chair of the Department of African American Studies at Princeton University, the author of the book Democracy in Black, and a man who says he has a mediated relationship with the Bible. I have no idea what that means, but I like it. Eddie Glaude Jr. Robbie, thanks so much for being with us. No, we're not going to throw you a softball. How could Hillary Clinton say that she did not send or receive classified emails? She said that yesterday on Fox News. It was a shocking, jaw-dropping moment.
Well, first of all, Director Comey, well, actually, let me just say, first of all, she said that this was a mistake, and she's apologized and said she would do it differently.
So let me ask you this. Could you not go to her before that interview and say to her, Madam Secretary, just say it was a mistake? And don't say anything that you said in the U.S. press conference, and let's move along.
Well, she has said repeatedly.
No, I'm asking, could you do that? Would you be fired if you did that, or could you do that?
I know she would encourage me to tell her the truth.
You might want to tell her that. You might want to tell her that next time. But go ahead.
But she said this was a mistake multiple times. Right. She has apologized for it. What Director Comey said was that he believes there was no basis for her to believe that the emails in question that you're referring to, that she had any reason to believe that they were classified.
I think he said just the opposite. He said a reasonable person in her position should have known they were classified even if they weren't marked.
Well, but that's leaving out the fact that these emails were coming from hundreds of State Department employees. These are long-time tenured State Department professionals, worked for different administrations. This is, you know, these folks are not partisan. Right. They were the ones sending her the emails. In his mind, she had no reason to believe that they were classified.
To be in that position, though, because they had no other outlet to communicate with her. So you can't really put the blame on State Department professionals if the leader of their organization is saying, email us at this address. This is the only option you have.
Well, classified information is sent over a completely separate system. So it was their decision to send it.
Oh, yeah, I know that. I worked at the State Department,
too. Well, there you go.
But see, that makes it even worse, though. She was forcing everybody that wanted to communicate with her to move out of the classified realm where you send classified information and then put it on their own servers and send it to her. So isn't that even worse?
Well, and you'd understand this. That's simply not true. You just don't send classified information over the unclassified system, and they knew that.
You would understand this. The FBI director said she did.
She said she did what?
Send classified information over unsecured.
What the director of the FBI testified was that he did not see a basis to believe that she knew the information in question was classified when she received it. That's what he said.
Mark Gelfand, was I watching an alternate hearing? Because it seems to me he said just the opposite, that a reasonable person would have known.
But there's an important caveat here. We can't see these emails. We don't know. We don't know if they were marked. We don't know if they were marked properly. We don't know. And so the fact of the matter is we are having to rely on what he is saying, and included in what he said was he did not believe that when she received these emails, she had any reason to believe that they were classified.
Mark?
Was it a mistake, when she says she made a mistake, was it a mistake to not have record keeping that allowed her to fulfill her obligations under FOIA? Was that a mistake?
She said if she could have gone back, she would have used a different.
Right, but was that part of the mistake, that she failed to live up to her responsibilities in FOIA? Was that part of the mistake?
I think it is the totality of everything that we're facing right now.
Was that a specific mistake? Was that part of her failure that she apologized for?
I don't believe that she has spoken to that matter specifically.
Right,
I think she's saying that the whole thing.
Was that a mistake? Was that part of the mistake?
You're going to have to ask her that question.
Okay.
But she has said that the choice was a mistake.
Well, I understand, but that seems like vague. That seems like it was a mistake because this has been a problem for me. Not it was a mistake because I have an obligation under FOIA. Was it a mistake, part of what she apologized for, that she potentially put classified information at risk, which the FBI director said she did because she emailed with people whose systems were vulnerable and her system was vulnerable? Was that part of what she has apologized for?
I'm not going to get beyond. I'm going to let her speak to what her words mean. She has said this was a mistake. She's apologized. Obviously, it's created a lot of complications, a lot of differty. And
don't you think her interview yesterday created complications? Instead of just saying I made a terrible mistake, we need to move on.
I think her remarks were slightly misinterpreted. Again, what she was saying, she was saying what I said earlier, which is that Comey testified she had no reason to believe, but also that Comey said in his testimony that everything she said to the FBI was true, And I can tell you what she said to the FBI is the same as what she's been saying publicly.
Okay.